brain drain.
Let me share something. Let me share something with you. First of all, you connect, and first the parents.
Yeah.
Second, see parents.
There you go.
See parents got to get out of this mindset that the only world that exists is on Electric and Schaefer. That's the first problem.
Exactly.
We have to understand that the world is our playground, that we're here to play in it and here to claim it. That's the first problem. When I talk to parents, oh, you know, this program is in Ypsilanti. That's too far. And I'm going, Ypsilanti is like 25 minutes.
Frankenmuth.
That's too far.
Yeah, Frankenmuth.
You know what I'm saying? That's just too far for me to drive. Right. It's too far for me to go to Romulus, even though you're picking your grandmother up at the airport. That's too far for me to drive. It's the kind of mentality that we have that we have to change. The second problem that you're facing in education, in schools, is we are hiring principals and assistant principals with absolutely no vision. You cannot. We got to get out of this factory model of education and tell a kid. We have to teach our children first. Before you can teach the children, you have to teach your staff that they're global. You have to ask your. You have to. And I train teachers. First question I ask them, I say, how many of y'all have a passport? None of them raise their hands. How come you guys don't have a passport? What do we need a passport for? Because you, at some point, are going to be able to take these kids and go all over the world. You just can't teach them French. You got to take them up to Montreal or Quebec City or Paris and have them engage in French. Right. You have to be able to elevate yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going again.
No, it's alright. It's alright.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
When he finishes.
No, go ahead.
I not to jump off the ship, but did anybody know that we have at least 80% of our students that are going into special ed, and the parents are not involved, and now they're opening these charter schools, and the charter schools are supposed to provide the center-operated based programs to help the students who have no mental health support.
Right.
Because England has done a great job of cutting that totally off. Yeah. And then they are not. Nobody's talking about the crack babies, and if they're the ones who are tearing up the schools that are not getting any help because they have no educated parents.
Right.
And we really don't. I'm in the charter school. My husband's in the public. So we have both. But I decided if you can't beat them, go work with them.
Right.
And so that's what I decided to do. But in the process, I have identified that public schools make it very hard for you because they hold the key to those center-based programs. And charter schools really are now just growing, and they do not have access to all day, 25-hour a week programs for emotionally impaired students who have no mental health support. Parents are not monitoring their medication. They're not even getting the medication they need, so they're tearing up everything. And then people don't understand how to work with them.
No.
And it's a mess. And people are getting the wrong idea, and they're not educating anybody on how to get this done. And so when you go to the public schools and try to get the help, they don't want to help you because you're from a charter school. We don't serve a charter school. But Wayne County says, yes, they do. And yes, you can. But they're so mad at everybody, and Robert Bob probably too, that they don't want to help. And they don't realize it's not us. It's not about me. It's about the kids.
Right.
And I have a problem with that. So what are you all doing about that?
Well, first of all, a lot of charter. First of all, I don't even understand why charter schools open up without a special education component.
Well, they do.
I know that. But I know that. I don't understand why.
They don't have they don't want us to have a self-contained program anymore. Right. The law is saying now that the inclusion is where you go. So if you try to have special ed students and build up a self-contained program where you have all EI, emotionally impaired kids, that you have all cognitively impaired kids, then parents are looking at you like, well, I want my kid in the right classroom. So the laws are changing where they really want it's inclusion. Okay, so it's just that Detroit has all the remnants of what we need or anybody needs for kids that still cannot handle
But it's
that
changing.
program.
In Detroit, they're doing the same thing. They
But
mainstream.
Detroit still, look, go ahead.
They mainstream
Yes,
those
yeah.
schools, and that's become very disruptive now because of the law.
Well, yeah, and they're being cited for it. They, you know, the citations and they've
Because the
changed.
teacher's not prepared for them.
But this is, I'm saying that to say, in the reform,
Right.
don't forget that the major problem that you're having, that the districts are having with children that are fighting, that are not able to get along, you know, they have mental health issues, they have no parents educated that know how to work with them. And the community is kicking them to the side. And then the ones that have the money are holding on to it and the program. And they don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, that's a problem.